On the routing page, you can control how the various inputs are routed to the various outputs. Inputs are all the signals coming into the hardware: your voice, your game, sound from your chat, etc. The outputs are all the places your mix can go: your stream, back out to the chat, your headphones. You can see there are 6 rows corresponding to the M-Game's 6 outputs, some physical and some digital. At the end of each row, you can see the output to which those sources are feeding. First row shows you what audio sources are going to your stream. The second row shows you what audio sources are going to your chat. By clicking on one of the icons in a row, you can turn that audio source on or off to the output destination you see at the end of the row. So for instance, if you click on the microphone in the top row, you will see that the microphone icon dims. This lets you know that the microphone is currently muted to the stream, since stream is the icon at the end of that top row. If you click on the chat icon in the 5th row, you'll see that the chat icon dims, signifying that the chat is currently muted to the main outs. For non-muted audio sources, the faders on the M-Game hardware control the mix of their respective volumes to all sources. However, sometimes you may want an alternate mix to a particular source. For instance, perhaps in your headphones, you want the mix to be different than the one going to your stream. Maybe you want to hear more of the game or less of the chat than what those listening to your stream actually are hearing. So for each icon, you can right-click and select Virtual Fader Mode. This allows you to manually override the volume to that output. If you want to turn down your microphone only in your headphones while keeping it loud and controlled by the hardware fader for the rest of your outputs, right-click on the microphone in the headphones row, choose Virtual Fader. Now you'll see a small fader instead of a single icon. You can slide this up or down to now control the mic volume in your headphones without affecting the volume to the rest of the outputs. The volume to the other outputs will still be controlled by the hardware fader, while the volume of the microphone to your headphones will ignore any changes to that physical fader, and instead respond only to changes to the virtual fader. To toggle back to normal mode, simply right-click on that control and choose Basic Mode. You can also right-click on the output icon at the end of each row. That will bring up a menu giving you a shortcut to put all sources in that row into Basic or Virtual Fader mode, and to set all to mute or unmute. It also allows you to clone a mix to any other output. So for instance, if you have set up your headphones perfectly and want that exact mix to go to your stream, you can right-click on the headphones output icon, choose Copy Mixer to, and choose Stream. This will clone the headphone mix to the stream. Ordinarily, you're listening to the headphone mix. If you ever want to preview an alternative mix, you can temporarily clone the signal of any of the outputs to your headphones by pressing the small headphone icon next to the output name. For instance, if you want to hear exactly what's being sent to your stream, you can click on the headphone icon next to Stream. While this is selected, you will hear exactly what is being sent to your stream output. Clicking it again will toggle this feature off and return the headphone mix back to your headphones. Leaving this page will also automatically return listening to your headphone mix. This is a great way to spot check and confirm what's going to each output. Please see the full series of videos to unlock the potential of your new game streaming solution.